once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. Here is one-on-one with the Madaraka Homes Limited, ready with my GM here to bring you the process of leadership ladder. We call it leadership ladder because it is a good moment that women are coming up very well in leadership. And I'm going to introduce my GM, but before then, my name is Charity Tracy Wanjau. That is on Facebook. Call me Charity Wanjau, the BDM Madaraka Homes. Most welcome for the first edition. We are going to bring you so many good things coming up and understand more why women are venturing so much into leadership, the leadership ladder, and what that entails. Karibu sana, Madam GM.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. So this is Madaraka Homes. We are glad to host this program, leadership, and also focusing so much on ladies' night. Today is Wednesday, by the way. Do you know today is Wednesday? Wednesday. Why tunakunywa wapi leo? Ladies Night Bananas. So thank you very much and welcome to our show. Welcome. We'll be glad to host you and talk to you more about real estate investing. Ask ourselves, why are women investing so much?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Madam GM Madaraka Homes. And by the way, Madaraka Homes has a game changer, and Madam GM is well known as the game changer. I would like Madam GM to tell us more about why did you think about the game changer? It's such a strong word, you know. And in this topic, leadership ladder, we'd love to hear more about the game changer name, you know.
Okay. Wow. So actually, I didn't think about it. I found people calling me that. So, the game changer. So, it's the name that I've really, people have really adopted. And I think it's because in life, I say it's either you give 100% or nothing at all. If you can give 150%, chonjo. So I believe in wherever you go, wherever you touch, the people you meet, the lives that you meet, the people you talk to, you need to make an impact in their lives. So that is where the name game changer came from, because now anywhere I go, we change the game, we change the things, and that's why us here, Game Changers 2023 Madaraka Homes, we are the game changers because I'm the game changer, and all of us, you're working as a team to become the game changers in the real estate industry.
Awesome, amazing. And for sure she is a game changer because, you know, this is a lady that I've learned every day. I must learn something new from her. And, you know, there's a lot in store for you. This is just the first edition. And she has mentioned, by the way, that, you know, women are getting into leadership so fast. And we are here to actually hint on you why you should invest, why you should venture into real estate. You know, as our GM Madaraka Homes, for sure, and having the name game changing, it's because she wants, you know, we want to give that overview of why are women becoming the best investors in the world. Long time ago, you could hear, you know, traditionally women wanaikuwa chini sana when it comes to, you know, the leadership, the upfront, and it is so good that today's era and 2030 vision, even the government is concentrating so much on the 2/3 gender role. Madam GM, you can attest that nowadays, without the parliament, women without getting into parliament, there is no parliament. So there's something good that is, you know, about women in leadership. And with that, Madam GM, I would like to understand how you felt when, for sure, it came from, you know, someone that for sure you can lead a team, you can lead an institution, and for you to be, you know, given that name as game changer, it means that for sure you turn things to be seen to the level they are at. And I can attest at Madaraka Homes that there's some good change and there's some good feeling of your leadership. Tell us, what have been some of your strengths? What is this that people are pointing out and feeling that for sure you are a game changer?
So thank you very much for that question. So I've been asked that questions multiple times, and you're throwing me under the bus here in front of our viewers. However, I think the main thing as a person is to work as a team. You know, we in leadership, or people in leadership, have a problem because they find that umepata mtu amekuwa leader, umepata mtu amekuwa kiongozi pahali, alafu kisha kuwa kiongozi ajui inaitangwa division of labor, specialization of labor. So I believe as a leader, you need to understand your people, you need to work as a team, you need to thrive, to grow your team, because let me tell you, you cannot work alone, because no man is an island. So for me, the first strength and the first thing that I do, I put people together. You need to learn, you need to grow, you need na haijakuwa rahisi manake pia kule tumetoka charity. That is a story for another day, but today I am going to walk with you the journey. And as I walk with you the journey, as the BDM, I would want to understand who is Charity. BDM sio nini chache, and you look very young, you look very vibrant. Take us through that journey.
Thank you so much. The Game Changer. I think I feel that name so much. It's real superior, and I feel that's the best name I'll refer you to. So allow me to call you Game Changer for this first edition. So, the feeling of being a leader, sometimes you feel it inside, but sometimes people see the leadership in you. Well, my journey as a leader, people have spotted the skills, the personality, they've profound that my characters could fit in a leadership position. Well, I remember back in campus when I was a student leader in Moy University, it was a whole lot of competition to be in those ranks, to be chosen as to be elected as a student leader. It was a whole lot of something that is so challenging, but within you, if you give if you're aggressive enough and accept that, for sure, if people are spotting that you can be a leader, why not take it up? So it's such a great opportunity, Madam GM, for giving me this opportunity as the business development manager at Madaraka Homes. Shout out to our director, Mr. Ken Mugo. Thank you so much for laying this foundation for us to exercise our full potential. So as the BDM Madaraka Homes Limited, I feel that for sure working with a GM who is a lady like me, and already learning so much from her, it is quite challenging that if at all men out there can see the potential in us, why not myself believe in myself and articulate what I'm supposed to do. So I feel so privileged. I feel so I feel special in a way that if at all whatever I say or however I express myself, that it's something that moves people. So leadership as a woman, it's something, for sure, it's something very awesome. It's something good, and especially when you take it up, and especially when people see the leadership in you. So I feel so privileged to serve in the docket of business management and business development manager. And to be honest, it's just a good feeling to be in this position at this particular time. We are gonna have a lot to talk about, and especially what Madaraka Homes is offering you, and the importance of actually real way to invest in real estate and the likes of property investments, and the importance of all that also. I like the fact that you stated one of your strengths is to bring people together. That is something, for sure, it is not easy to understand individuals and bringing them together with their different personalities. So Madam GM, thank you so much for bringing good change and having that turn of showing people that this is what you're supposed to do, and for sure they turn twist and see that for sure they belong in this industry. They belong to feel they feel like they have to take up their roles, and what they're supposed to do. And women are coming up so well, and that's why in real estate people have the stereotype of only women can do real estate, only women can do the sales. But in our company we've also allowed men to showcase their potential. So it is a good thing that you've brought in this company, and we are looking forward to more and more and more. Thank you so much.
So thank you. Now I have a question to our viewers. Kama uko hapo, comment, tell us something about what the engagements. Ask us questions, and we'll be there to answer you. But now, before I get to our viewers, Charity, tell us: do you think leaders are born or leaders are made?
Well, according to me, leaders could be born as well. Leaders could be made. I think I could give the both opinions in the sense that a leader who is born begins, have some unique traits, have some profounded sort of characters, in that you'll depending on maybe the schooling, the education, lifestyle, and all that. So I believe that some leaders are made, from the born leaders and the made leaders. The made leaders are those leaders you feel like they have some qualities that can be fine-tuned and made pronounced, or maybe made unique, to make them feel confident within themselves that for sure they can lead. So for leaders born or made, I feel like both of them can be, yes. Yes.
Okay. And for me, I think I also want to conquer with you. And I reminisce and najipeleka narudi nyuma kidogo, nafikiria juu ya maisha yangu and even the opportunity that we have at Madaraka Homes, and even the journey itself. Sometimes I sit back because you're talking about a ladder, where you started, where you want to be, where you're going, and some of the things I feel that I wish I knew. Do you feel that sometimes? You feel that you wish you knew some things, because if the younger me, I started working when I was in my early 20s. I was that lucky, by the way. Me sikutamak, hapo at least. I wish, the only regret when I look back is I wish I had met, ningekutana na kampuni kama Madaraka Homes. In all honesty, because if I started investing back then, and I want to talk to our viewers today, it doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter if you're in your early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. I'm speaking to my younger self, and I tell myself, I wish I could have invested. I wish I could have, ile unasema ati ile pesa nitapata nitaenda nifanye nini, niende ni road trip. Mimi kwanza, by the way, nimezienda pesa nitumia charity. But now, from where I'm seated, I wish I knew companies like Madaraka Homes. Because Madaraka Homes, one of the things that people fear, and people fear a lot of things, and one of the greatest fears is the fear of the unknown. And one of the things that I wish, because one of the first fear of land investment is being conned, and that has been there over the years. I was talking to one of my elders the other day, and they were telling me this game has been there since time immemorial. And sometimes I feel that fear of being conned, that fear of being is what that we need to curb. And that is why I appreciate our director, Mr. Mugo, because Madaraka Homes is different. Like, do you know all our projects have titles? Yes, titles. So what I mean is, if, for example, you buy land, we have 4 projects. We have Juja, we have Diani, we have Malindi, and we have Nanyuki. And what that means is, if you invest with us today, it only takes around 45 days, 45 to 60 days. You have your title. Yes, yeah.
awesome, Madam GM. You want to mean within 45 days, Madaraka Homes has set up a structure that will ensure you purchase land day one, and within 45 days, you already have your title. For sure, you're a game changer, you know, and that is a good thing to look at, because thinking on the lines of most of the people starting to invest at the age of 30s, 25, and the age of 40s, you know, bringing that change, bringing that concept of ensuring that you deliver on time, you know, time management. You make sure that everyone has their titles on time. That already shows that for sure you're in line with what you know, or you already know what is expected of you. You already know what to do. So I am so glad that for sure you've mentioned that about the projects, and it's important. I think, Madam GM, you should tell the ladies out there who are in leadership to continue encouraging women out there to invest. The importance of investing now is because, and especially in Kenya, because Kenya is not going back. You know, I've told you guys that, you know, the fact that women are coming up, it means that things are changing. You know, things are taking up. The fact that long time ago, ilikuwa title ukipata labda wewe ni mwanaume, ama wewe ni mtoto, ama kitu kama hiyo. But nowadays, women are doing their investments themselves, making their own decisions. That is so amazing. That is so impressive, Madam GM. And with the help of our director, tell us, why would I think of investing in Diani, for instance? You know, why would I think of, you know, putting my money, for example, in Diani? You know, even as we teach or maybe tell people more about why we think that we are in this position to change things and to make everything go well in the right place, we also need to understand why would we run to come and invest in Diani with Madaraka Homes.
So before I even answer that question, I would want our viewers and anyone who is listening in to us to first of all ask, why do you want to invest? What are you looking at? What? Because I'll be here talk about Diani, talk about Nanyuki and Juja. But I would want to challenge, wherever you're watching us from, I want to challenge you and ask you, why do you want to invest? Why should you invest? Do you even know the importance of investing? How badly do you want that? Because I believe in client relationship. I believe in, what is it called? In Madaraka Homes, at Madaraka Homes, we also believe in giving solutions. Because I don't want to be in a hurry to tell you about Diani, whereas you have something else that you have in mind. So as I say why you should invest in Diani, for example, I would want you to ask yourself, what are you looking for? Because there are reasons why people invest. There are those who invest because they want speculation. There are those who invest because they want return on investment. There are those who invest because maybe they want immediate settlement. And there are those also who invest. By the way, unajua siku hizi, mi naambianga wazazi, I tell wazazi, by the way, siku hizi siku za kununulia watu vitanda, gifts, na sijui nini ziliisha. So you don't have to invest for yourself. If you're a brother, a sister, a parent, a grandparent, you can actually, watu wakienda kufanya harusi, siku hizi kwanza harusi, the last time ulienda harusi ni lini? Last year. So I tell people, si lazima unaweza nunulia hata watu baada upeleke kitana na gift. So washtue na kaploti pale Malindi. Imagine 1,100 tu. Moja tu, hata family mbili mnaweza shikana. Pande hii mseme by this tuwashtue ka 50 tuwekele ka Malindi hivyo Yeah, so pali atajenga. And you see, imagine you're 25. Do you know 15 years, by the time you're 40 will be a lot. Some years back I was having a conversation with my father and something came up. Akaniambia kuna nyumba alikuwa ananunua around 25,000. That was back in 1980, huko 80s, 25,000. And he was telling me that, I wish I bought that house. Because that house at that time, right now, it is in millions. And mi waambia watu kitu moja. tusikue watu wale tunaulizananga jameni, Nairobi kigawa tulikuwa watu walikuwa wapi? Si kulikuwa na watu jameni. So tusiwe watu, people are moving outskirts, people are investing in different places. So let's not look back and ask ourselves, man, because hii pesa itoshangi charity, it needs you to know and to be aware of what you want to do with life. So Diani, you can invest many ways. You can buy, for example, as an investor, you can actually make cottages. We can build holiday homes. You can do a return on investment as well. Airbnbs as well would work very well in that place. And actually, not even pesa peke yake. Unajua saa ingine tunafanya hii pesa. And you know hii pesa tutaiwacha huku tu charity. Have you ever thought about that process? You work so hard, you don't even relax. Saa ingine mimi nasemanga jamani, hii pesa tutaiacha hapa. Enjoy your money sometimes. So you can actually even buy and build a holiday home for yourself. A place where I want you to think about a vacation you went to, or a holiday anywhere. How much do you spend? Yeah, 5 days unapata umetumia 1,100, umepata umetumia 200, and what have you. But can you think of a long term, when you're having grandchildren, when you have family, and you have a holiday home whereby you can go and relax and you don't need to pay for all this? We need to be in a place where we think about the future. So Diani is a very, very good place to start, and those are the reasons why maybe you can buy Diani. So for me today, I would really emphasize on know why you want to buy, the reasons you want to buy. Because remember, I would not be a good person. Madaraka Homes will not be offering solutions if we didn't come and tell somebody, by the way, why do you want to invest? Because people invest because of different things. But in all things, one thing I can tell you and assure you, as the game changers, GM Madaraka Homes, is that we are authentic. We are the game changers in this industry. Our title, our projects, all of them have ready title deeds. We do not maneno kusema tunagoja mwaka miaka miwili, not here. So please reach out to us, talk to us if you'd like to invest. Yeah, so that is in regards to investments. Sasa hata watu wanaweza fikiri nikuja kuwauzia. Acha turudi hapa pale. Mimi naweza taka kujua ni challenges gani zipi wewe umepitia as a leader, because sometimes the society demands a lot of women. A lot. Now balance. Na si wanawake jamani tunapitia vitu vingi. How do you balance that? How can you balance that?
Awesome, Madam GM. Thank you so much. That is a good question for sure. And leadership for sure, it's not really easy. It's something challenging. But one thing I learned from since I was a young girl is if someone points at you that you are able to do this, believe in yourself, believe within yourself that for sure, if this person can see what I can do, why not do it? So one of the challenges I've had in the leadership journey is probably maybe having opinions that other people don't lie on the opinions I have. So you find maybe some miscommunications and all that. But by the time someone is getting to understand where I'm coming from, you know, inapitia process kubwa. So you know the challenges of miscommunication in leadership. Someone maybe would think that you're telling them because maybe you feel entitled or something, and probably you're telling them something so that it can assist them like the way you're telling them why you do think of investing in a certain place. Someone else would think that no, I don't think of investing in land, I think of investing in maybe a car. So having different opinions from people and maybe making their opinions align with my opinions is one of the most challenging things I've encountered in this journey. But whatsoever, it's an interesting journey, because for sure you if you have an open mind to understand and listen, and at least bring yourself down to what the other person is thinking about, or maybe what they feel that they are opinionated about, you'll be able to reach a point that at least a point of understanding. So in leadership, number one, even if you have different opinions, it is very important as leaders to maintain that decorum that will make us be in the same line of conversation or understanding. Otherwise, talking of challenges, also you find sometimes you would want to have a different strategy than your colleagues' strategy. So you find maybe bringing them together sometimes brings a lot of if I may call them, some sort of misagreements or something of that kind. So when it comes to leadership, it's very important to have that aspect, or maybe that characteristics of remaining firm in whatever decision you make, in maybe the opinions you may have. Even as we continue to tell you more about real estate and more about properties, I would like us to have a little bit of a break, and then we will welcome those people who are joining us this evening, and those who are joining us from abroad in the morning, afternoon. So karibuni sana as we continue talking more and more about what we are doing and what Madaraka Homes is offering you, and how good is the leadership process? How do you feel when you are called a leader? How do you feel when someone is looking up to you? We will have a lot to discuss after this break.
Somebody call an ambulance. Somebody get an ambulance. Somebody call an ambulance. Ask them, they don't know what they're even looking for. Ask them, they don't know what they're even looking for. And I'm not ashamed, though. I'm not ashamed, though. Oh, 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 oh. I'm not ashamed, though. I'm not ashamed, though. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, 50, 50, 50, nasikia 50, 50, 50, 50, nasikia 50, yeah. 50, 50, 50, nasikia 50, 50, 50, 50, nasikia 50, 50, nasikia 50. DJ cheza ngoma wasikie 50, zikishika basi wa dance juu ya kiti. Sini wale tumeokoka na tupiti, tumeokoka na tupiti. Majika kinipa na dunda na biti. Good vibes from Sunday to the weekend. Pay one all day, hey.
Thank you so much for that break. Thank you so much, our DJ. Thank you so much for our people who are joining. We have, thank you so much, Munene David, for joining us. Thank you also, Masi Wainaina, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Wangare. Thank you so much, Mr. Kinoti, for joining this live. We appreciate you so much, and continue supporting these editions. That's just the first edition. So as we continue, Madam GM, there is one question here from one of the members who are following us, that why would you think that women can do better in leadership than men? That's a beautiful question. Madam GM, you could answer that.
Hey, good Lord. First of all, I don't think that women can do better than men. We have men in leadership. Our president is the man. So, yeah, right? Yeah. So, for me, I think leadership is a balance. It's only that we have come from a generation whereby the ladies are really, do I call them go-getters? They're really pushing, yeah? However, I think leadership in both about a character. And that's why nilisisitiza nikauliza hivi, are leaders born or they are leaders made? Because there are leaders who are born, there are those who are made. The ones that are made because you found somebody who believed in you. And I would like to challenge every leader out there. Who is that you're mentoring? Who is that you have seen and actually believed in them? Who have you looked and actually encouraged? There's something that one thing I believe is that leadership and authority comes from God. Whether you are born, whether it is made, it comes from God. So for me, I believe that to answer that question, I don't think women are better than men because we have men. So both genders do well. But one thing I know is that leadership and authority comes from God.
Such a beautiful answer, Madam GM, and for sure, and but it say that there's nowhere huwezi invest. So ukisikia hii project yenye maybe we are offering you at 100,000, think through it and think about it. As a woman out there, okay, as a man also, think about it. Why are we taking people to Malindi? Because Malindi, yes, it's 100,000, but the prospect of that place in the next few years, because of the developments taking place in the counties, that place is gonna grow and appreciate very, very, with a very high margin, Madam GM. So it is good that you've mentioned the reasons as to why would you invest, and thank you for enlightening people why you should invest. And for sure, if you look in the line of leadership, you cannot be a leader if you cannot think through the lines of investment. And that's why we've come to change the whole game and making it easy for you to invest without a lot of conspiracies, and especially mambo ya conmanship and all that. That's why we are making it possible that within 45 days you have your title and already you can start doing your own developments. So Madam GM, if maybe I could ask you, what is the main thing that you've experienced in the maybe process of taking a client, or maybe someone who have inquired, or what advice have you reached a point of changing somebody's mind from wasting money to investing at Madaraka Homes? What input or what impact have you given some of your investors or some of your clients?
Just even before I answer your question, umesema kitu investment and women, and I've remembered a story. I met somebody, and actually two stories. I'm gonna speak about two stories. One of the stories is someone alikuwa anaishi pahali, anaishi kwa nyumba na analipa rent. Kumbe rent ilikuwa ya mke wake. Living in an apartment, and the rent was going to the lady. How would you react? How would you react? Yeah, so that's the reason. That's the reason I've actually thought about that and brought that up. And the other thing in regards to people who have come and tried to walk the investment journey with me. First of all, to me, it's not even about the investment itself. It's about the client. So what is this client looking for? I get to understand what this client is looking for. What are their budgets? Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's never about what is being put in. It's about you as an investor. And I would want to understand and walk the journey with you until you get to your title date. So what I need to know is to understand, first of all, why you're investing with us. Why? What are you looking at? Because I would not be helping somebody if I know I don't have a solution to them and tell them, for example, take this, take that. No. So for us here at Madaraka, our first thing, it's not even about the money. It's just we need to understand you as a client. We need to understand you as an investor and give you a solution based on what we have. Imagine we are that honest. Umoyana kampuni kama hiyo? Have you ever even seen? Have you even heard? but our clients come first, our customers come first. We want to understand and walk the journey with it. Nani kama sisi?
That's so interesting hearing from you, Madam GM, that you're ready to walk through the journey of investment with a particular person, someone who doesn't know what they need to do with their monies or what they need to do with their lives, that you're already taken up that aspect and helped them to, and you help them throughout the journey, help them walk the journey of acquiring land with us, and making it easy for us. It means that for sure you can be able to identify a strength from an investor, and being able to plan for their finances and able to bring them on board. That is quite something so good. And if I may ask, why have you thought of Nanyuki? Yes, I understand there's so much happening along that route, including the Kenomarua dual carriageway. There are several women asking, why would you go to Nanyuki? What is there in Nanyuki that for sure you would advise a woman to just go and get a title from that place?
So, now, why invest in Nanyuki? Personally, let me talk personally, because I tell people the other good thing about Madaraka, we don't sell what we can't buy. Because I would be lying to my clients, right? So personally, I would buy Nanyuki first of all because of the tourist attraction, because of the people who are in Nanyuki right now. I'm talking about the ranches, I'm talking about the Batuk, I'm talking about the beautiful ranges, I'm talking about the beautiful. So it depends you yourself what you like. There are people who like nature. There are others who like beaches. And the beaches namaanisha Diani, so it depends on what you're looking at. But personally, in regards to Nanyuki, you buy for many things. Basically, you can buy for farming, you can buy Airbnb. Because of the tourist attraction, you can make a holiday home as well. Because of the scenery, if you want to just get away home, because in Nairobi pia inachokesha jamini, wherever you are, there's sometimes you just feel like just driving through and just going to relax and what have you. And I've even also seen someone here asking that and saying that women leaders are very, very tough. Hawachekangi. So I would want to talk about that. I believe a woman leader, or any leader in particular, it's good to be all-rounded. It's good to be also very, very, very understanding. It's good to know how to balance your life, because sometimes it's not easy. It's not easy at all, because we have families to take care of, we have children to take care of. The society expects so much from a woman and also a leader. And wale watu wa Mombasa wanasema ukubwa ni jaa. Unajua ukubwa ni jaa unamaanisha wewe ndio unakuja unaekelewa vitu vyote. Lakini swali ni ili uko na ile nguvu, uko na ile nguvu ya kushikilia. So it is not easy, and sometimes you'd feel that you need to be very, very tough or very, very aggressive, but I don't think so. Personally, I think I can balance. Yeah. So, and then the other question that is here, someone who is asking me, Ati why do leaders don't know how to dance? Guy, Charity, do you know how to dance?
I think being a leader, we can do so many things. Those are just stereotypes. In fact, Madam GM, I don't mind if our, producers could give us one song, we prove you wrong, For sure, leaders do dance. There are those moments of jokes. There are those moments, kuna seriousness. And of course, a woman lazima ukuonyesha seriousness ndio watu wakusikize. Otherwise, ukicheka hivyo watu watafikiria you're not a serious person. And with that, tuonyeshe tunaweza dance kidogo.
What they're even looking for. Ask them, they don't know what they're even looking for. And I'm not ashamed, though. I'm not ashamed, though. I'm not ashamed, though. yeah. Fiti, 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 nasikia fiti, 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 nasikia fiti, fiti, nasikia fiti. DJ cheza ngoma wasikie fiti, zikishika basi wa dance juu ya kiti. Sini wale tumeokoka na tufiti, tumeokoka na tufiti. Majika kinipa na dunda na biti. Good vibes from Sunday to the weekend. Keep it A1 all day, eh. Yeah, so I keep A1. Amekuwa nami ever since day one. Yeah, and he's the one true son. Usiniulize ukitaka.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ule mwenye ameuliza kama we can dance ndio hiyo sasa, and we'll be doing that edition 1 up to the last. So thank you so much for that entertainment, our producers, and for sure that was a good refreshment and good to say more about women in leadership. You know, GM has pointed out something very, very important, and that is identifying a strength. That is identifying, you know, the potential of oneself, and, you know, coming from within, or, you know, talking about women in leadership. It should come from within. It means that there's something strong that has been identified from you. So thank you so much, watazamaji, those people who are still joining us. Continue watching us, continue following what we have for you. And if, as we continue talking more about investments, you know, why we are insisting about investing is because we want to change the perception. We want to change the thinking of many people that it's only men who can invest. You know, think of that chama. Women tunapenda sana mambo ya chama. Think of that chama, you know. Hiyo chama unatoa pesa kama 5,000, mnafanya merry-go-round. You know, you could think of something, investment. Kumbuka mchanga hairudi nyuma, hairudi chini. The moment you buy land today, tomorrow you won't sell it the same way. Utaiuza vingine iko juu. So wamama tunajulikana sana mambo ya chama. Let's take it up. Hii pesa usipatiwe ati merry-go-round yako ukiwin unapeleka kununua utensils peke yake. Watoto wataishi wapi? So Madam GM, thank you so much for enlightening us on the matters of investment. We really appreciate you for that. And actually Madaraka Homes for giving us a platform, a seamless platform to make us invest, and within 45 days you have your title deed and you can already start developing your plot. So Madam J, maybe you can give us your remarks on why Madaraka Homes, why should we join this boat of the game changers?
So as we wind up this session, I would say that Madaraka Homes is the place to invest. We have something great for you. As always, we have something great for you. You can visit us, come interact with our people, get to learn, and know that this is a difference because we talk to you, we journey with you, we show you the land processes. Do you know there are clients who don't know what beacons are? We tell you what beacons are. We tell you how 50 by 100 in a car, an eighth of an acre iko vipi, and all that. So for us, it's not about the money. It's about our customer, because at the end of the day, we want to settle people. We want people to own homes. We want people to have something that they can call theirs, because imagine nowadays wajomba wetu hakuna kitu ya kurithi. Imagine there is nothing, hakuna kitu ya kurithi. And as we wind up this session, I want to encourage you to join us for our next session, whereby we are going to go deeper and tell you, do you want to know GM story? Do you want to know BDM story? Episode 2, I get to take you down the road. And also, we are going to take you down the road and also climb the ladder with you so that you can understand it's not easy. Success is painful. So don't waste that pain.
Awesome, Madam GM. That was amazing. That was a good remark. And actually, you've given us that feeling of we would want to hear more about who is this GM. Well, who identified such a leader, such a game changer. And for sure, we can feel it. Maybe as I give my remarks, my closing remarks is that Madaraka Homes is giving you that opportunity to showcase your full potential. If you desire to own a mansionette, we will be building for you in the near future. We will, and we are building for you ukiwa na title yako. Yani unanunua shamba, title inakuwa processed, and then we kickstart the process of kukujengea. So Madaraka Homes is the home to be, is just the best place to invest in, taking the best and the seamless process of acquiring your own title. And what I would maybe tell you is that our offices are opened throughout. From 5:30 a.m. you'll find our offices open at TRV Towers, Ngara Road. Mtu ajui Ngara, ukiwa Stima Plaza hapo karibu, piga simu. You'll find us there. And also our contact in case you would want to reach us is 0715-579-579. You can also visit our website www.madarakahomes.co.ke, madarakahomes.co.ke. Tuwasiliane huko, ask any question you would want to understand about investment. Tuko hapa because of you. Why we are leaders, why we feel that women, we need to take the investment factor up, is because we are here for you. We understand better. We'll take you through a seamless process of acquiring investment with us. And with that, we'll be able to, move this Madaraka Homes to that level of, game changers.
And as always, we have something
good for you. Thank you.